Welcome to Lazy Hair Tutorials, and my hairstyles are as lazy as my intro.
So now let me go ahead and talk about the aloe vera gel and the aloe vera juice that I use starting with these twist and twist out. So let's start with the aloe vera juice. So I mixed that, as you know, half and half, where half of it had aloe vera juice and the other half had just regular water, just regular tap water, really. There's probably a better way to use it, like use distilled water, but this thing's right there. Water is water. It's gonna go on my hair. It's gonna come off eventually. I used water. So yeah, I used tap water with aloe vera juice and mixed it up in a spray bottle. I sprayed it all over my hair and scalp, but I was mainly concentrating on my scalp. And the reason why is because I noticed that ever since I started running, I won't run every day, I would say like every other day. The next day, my scalp would feel really dry. I'm thinking maybe because whenever I sweat, I'm also losing electrolytes. Those electrolytes would, dry out my scalp. That's my guess. My other guess is maybe because I've been doing more activity, because I only started running um, earlier this year, is maybe because it's like changing the pH of my scalp. I don't know. These are just guesses. These are just my guess. I'm not really doing any research on that. Anyway, I did some quick research and I saw that aloe vera juice can be used for hair and it can be pretty moisturizing. So I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. And I sprayed it all over my hair and scalp, concentrating mainly on my scalp. And I did that after I shampooed and conditioned, as you probably have seen from my last video. And I just gotta say that it definitely worked. I didn't have to moisturize my scalp the next day after running or anything. I just had to spray it that one time after showering. So I sprayed it again before I unraveled the twist, um, just because I felt like my scalp was getting a little bit itchy and I thought it would help. And it did. It did help with the itch. I felt like my scalp was just getting dry again. So I was like, all right, this is perfect. I'm gonna continue to use it in my, you know, my hair regimen on my wash days. So I'm keeping it. The aloe vera juice is here to stay. And I didn't incorporate it from a plant. I've seen some people like get the whole plant and like take it apart, harvest it, and all types of things. And I'm like thinking, that looks like so much work for my hair. It probably doesn't take more than 5 minutes, but I feel like there would still be a little bit of a learning curve since I've never, like cultivated from like a plant before. So I was like, I could do that. Or I could just go to the store, buy it, because somebody else already did the work for me. I was like thinking, let's just try this manufactured product. If it doesn't work for my hair, then I'll try the plant. And guess what? The manufactured product worked. So I don't mind spending a little extra money for using a product that somebody already put together for me so I don't have to get the plant. Nah. And plus, the bottle that I bought, it said that as long as I refrigerate it, it can last for 5 to 6 months. I feel like if I get it from a plant, straight from a plant, it probably won't last as long because there's not like the preservatives that they put in there. And there was only like, I'm pretty sure there was only like two other like chemicals in there in the aloe vera juice that I bought just to make sure that it would last longer than a couple of days or a few weeks if I would have actually just used straight up gel or juice from the plant. So there's my 2 cents on that. So now let me talk about the aloe vera gel. So I got both aloe vera juice and gel because I was like, I don't know which one to use for my hair. But I thought, I feel like I would prefer spraying the juice in my scalp rather than gel on my scalp. Because normally I use gel on my hair, right? So I was like, okay, let me just use it as a regular gel on my hair. So I did that, and as I was putting on my hair, I would notice some will get on my like elbow or my hand, and it'll dry up, and it dries up pretty quickly. And when it does, my skin was totally white, and I was like, that's not good. It's like, is that gonna happen to my hair? So that's why I pulled out the other gel, the one that was manufactured already, and I put it just all over my hair. And I thought, all right, I don't want to turn back and redo this. That's too much work. Then that's gonna be non-lazy hair. So I did that, and I want to say it helped because whenever I unraveled it, I don't think you can really tell unless you look close, but little by little, there's like a little bit of some like flakiness, and I'm pretty sure that's from the gel. Might be also from the aloe vera juice from whenever I sprayed my hair a couple weeks ago too, but I think it's mainly from the gel. So I'm thinking I could probably just use a regular gel on my hair before it totally hardens up, and then I can go ahead and unravel it. So I'll just do that next time. And speaking of like unraveling, I like got busy that evening, and I had to go to sleep, wake up, and I unraveled my hair the next day. And I feel like my curls aren't as defined and a little bit dry. Next time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to unravel my hair as soon as it's dry, like totally dry from the gel. Because I felt like it was really like held together, kind of like crunchy type of texture from the gel, like ready to be taken apart. And I felt like by the time I woke up, gel was kind of dried out already. So next time I'll just wait several hours after the gel dries up before unraveling my hair, rather than waiting a whole night, waking up the next morning, and then unraveling my hair. So I think I would do that next time. So whenever I do that, and if there's any difference, I'll show you guys a video. So yeah, my verdict on the aloe vera gel, I say that I don't need it. I have a whole bottle of it, and I need to figure out other ways to use it on me somehow. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't really need that. I'm going to leave that out of my hair regimen because I feel like it's going to make my hair just flake a little bit more than usual. So I don't know. I'll figure it out what to do with that thing. But the aloe vera juice, I'm going to continue using that. That is definitely here to stay. I'm going to keep using that for the rest of my life. Okay, anyway, so we're going to talk about rose water. Let me go ahead and bring that up since I'm talking about other natural hair products or natural products for hair, because anything can be a natural hair product. Anyway, I used that on my scalp first before I used the aloe vera juice because I read just quickly online that it may help with a dry scalp because, you know, earlier I was trying to figure out what could help my dry scalp. So I bought it and I put it on my scalp before I styled my hair. My scalp was even drier. It dried out my scalp even more. I just felt like my scalp was so irritated. I knew it was super dry after using the rose water. I was like, oh my god. I thought maybe I should have bought the rose water mixed with glycerin because glycerin is a humectant and humectant can draw in moisture from the environment. And then I was like, you know what, maybe I should just try something else. So I bought the aloe vera juice and I started using that instead. So I was like, you know what, let me just see how the rose water looks sprayed on my face and also on my arm compared to aloe vera juice sprayed on my face and then sprayed on my arm, just to see for myself what's going on. So the rose water on my face, it was like the droplets of water weren't as big. They're like really, really like just barely there. Like think of like dew in the morning on grass or something, like barely there water. It would dry up pretty quickly. Same thing on my arm. Like I would see it like kind of just grazing my like arm hair, but it wasn't like really like that moisturizing, and it dried really quickly. Okay, and then compared to aloe vera juice on my face, it was like still like running on my face. Like I felt like it wasn't gonna dry up soon, that I would need to just rub it in because I was like, all right, I need to get going, you know. So the aloe vera juice was way more moisturizing. It did not dry as quickly at all. It would just kind of like drip down my face. I was like, okay, this is definitely different from the rose water. And same thing on my arm too. My arm looked way more saturated compared to the part of my skin that had rose water. So I was like, okay, my skin is reacting differently to these products. So I was thinking, okay, that's why the aloe vera juice is better for my scalp compared to rose water. So maybe what I read all over the internet was just false information, or maybe just because my scalp reacts differently to things, that's just what happens to me, my scalp and my skin, because I know some people, they put oil on their scalp, like they'll get that little drip bottle and drip it in, and help stimulate the hair growth. No, I cannot. I can't put oil on my scalp. That would irritate my scalp so much. My scalp would just be itching and itching and itching until I wash it out. I could put oil on my hair, that's fine, but I gotta make sure that stuff does not touch my scalp. The same thing happens with my mom, so maybe that's something just like hereditary. My scalp is very similar to hers because she used aloe vera gel too, and she said it's flaked on her hair too. So we have similar hair types, similar hair skin types, or scalp types, if that's even a thing. But yeah, so my main point, the takeaway, is that if you are thinking about using rose water for your scalp or for your hair, I would say test it out. Maybe not on your whole head like I did for God knows what reason, but maybe try it on like just a test area to see if that'll help for anything that you want to use the rose water for. And same thing for aloe vera gel or aloe vera juice. Maybe you'll react differently on your scalp and hair compared to me, but from what I can see from my own personal experience, aloe vera gel is, I would say it's not bad. It just makes my hair flake after a while, after it totally dries up. And aloe vera juice is really moisturizing. So that's my personal takeaway on that. So yeah, there's my update on that. So yeah, let me just wait and see how long this twist out lasts. This is not my usual method of twist out, so I don't know how long this lasts. We're totally in the just mystery mode, I guess, the unexplored area. So yeah, let me just see how long it lasts. But something tells me this will at least last a week. I'm preferring this will last 2 weeks before I wash it again, but yeah. And my twist lasted 2 weeks. So I twisted my hair, that took several hours. It lasted me 2 weeks. I unraveled the twist. Unraveling the twist took me about an hour. Hopefully this will last me another 2 weeks. I can go ahead and wash my hair again. I'm good to go. Okay, so that's everything I have to share with you guys. But go ahead and like, subscribe, share this video with others that you feel like would be helpful with them. And I'll see you guys another time. Alright, see ya.